Florida is entering the redistricting fight with Republican Governor Ron DeSantis unveiling his plans for new state congressional maps that could be voted on as early as tomorrow. If adopted, the new map could net Republicans up to 4 new House seats. Fox News contributor Marc Thiessen is with us now. Good to have you with us, sir.
Good to be with you.
Let me just put the map up again because it eliminates like a big district, although there's not many people in it, in the central part of Florida, some stuff on the West Coast, and then shrinks down one of the districts near Miami-Dade. Quite substantial. That's the wrong map. You know, I went over this with them before the segment, and it still didn't happen. There we go. So you can see there's a big blue blob there in the middle part of, up near Lake Okeechobee. And then western part of Dade County, looks like a lot of Broward in there too. That's where we are now, and the proposed those districts shrink, as does one basically go away, and it's either Pinellas or the county where Tampa is, Hillsborough. But what do you think of this? Is this going to pass? Because there is a constitutional prohibition against doing this in Florida.
Yeah, I think it has a good chance of passing, and I think, broadly speaking, Democrats don't want to go up this escalation ladder with Republicans because Republicans have control of more unified state governments than Democrats do. And so every time the Democrats go and take something, and what the difference that's happening is that in Virginia, they're taking a purple state that's a 51-49 state and trying to turn it into a 90-10 state. In Florida, you've got a very red state that is they're just trying to make redder in retaliation for Virginia. But over the course of this whole fight, Republicans have more cards to play than Democrats do, and not every Republican state has gone along. But New York, for example, is constitutionally barred from doing it, so they can't do it. So it'll shake out that the Republicans probably come out.
Well, so was California, but that didn't seem to be much.
Yeah, so Politico is reporting that there is not unanimity among the Florida Republicans about moving forward with it. What is based on what you just said, what is the risk or the downside?
Well, they probably wouldn't have done it if Virginia hadn't done it, right? So this is a tit for tat and an escalation ladder that the Democrats don't want to come up to. And look, here's the broader thing that's happening is Republicans are trying to cash in early on a windfall that they're going to get after the 2030 census, because there's been a massive population shift away from blue states to red states. And so they are going to get a windfall of about 14 congressional seats after the 2030 census. They don't want to wait till 2030. They want to get it now. And so they're trying to exercise the powers that they have in order to get those advantages in the current election.
No one wants to wait till 2030.
Yeah, why would you want to wait till 2030 when you can do it now? Let's put up on the screen that map that you saw initially, and this is the redistricting tracker to show you the scorecard of where we are. So 3 to 5 additional Democrats in California, 1 in Utah, offset by 3 to 5 in Texas, maybe a couple in Ohio, and 1 in North Carolina, and then Democrats gained 4 in Virginia, as you just mentioned. So Florida could really determine the balance of power here. That's either a wash or a Dem +2, depending on how you look at it. So, I mean, it could come down to Florida yet again.
Down to Florida. Ron DeSantis can save the Republican majority in the House. So, look, in the end, it seems almost like a pointless battle. After all this money that's being spent on these redistricting fights, we come out with a wash. How much money could have been spent on defending Republican seats? How much money could have been spent on trying to unseat Democrats? So it could end up would have been better off waiting till 2030.
But that's done already, right? I mean, the money's been spent.
The fight's engaged, so you've got to do it. If anything, quite frankly, I think we didn't fight hard enough in Virginia. I mean, the fact that won 51-49 means that was a winnable fight that the Republicans could have won.
Just before we go, so Hakeem Jeffries is really taking DeSantis to task over this, even thinking about maybe coming down to Florida to campaign against this. Listen to what DeSantis said here.
Please be my guest. I will pay for you to come down to Florida and campaign. I'll put you up in the Florida governor's mansion. We'll take you fishing. We'll do all this stuff. There's nothing that could be better for Republicans in Florida than to see Hakeem Jeffries, everywhere around this state. Voters will not like what they see.
Gator hunting. That's what I would like to see. I would tune in to watch that.
Take you for an airboat ride.
Yeah, meet the Florida man. Look, I think he's exactly right. But here's the thing: nobody's got moral high ground on this. You look at all if you look at the map in Illinois before any of this started, it was a disaster. So when people have power, they use it to redistrict to their advantage. It's always been that way.
We'll see how it all shakes out. Good to have you with us today.
I would posit there's no moral high ground anywhere in politics today. But that's just
I wouldn't go that far.
I'm a cynic.
I wouldn't
maybe
go that
I'm
far.
a cynic. Thanks for being with us, Marc.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.